Hello guys, I'm back again. I just made a video about a valiant, a little bit about Brandon Martinez. Two folks to watch out for if you want a real resistance. Now folks, we have no real resistance, but I'm telling you, giving you examples of why we have no real resistance, because people that you believe in are working for somebody else. Um, a while back, I had a confrontation with VK Clark. Sinead, I was a little on the fence about. I was starting to think she was a problem, and of course, I've been back and forth on her for a couple years. But I did give her one last chance to show me that she was really going to do something profitable when we got somebody cornered and we could take them down, expose them totally. This was VK Clark. It's been made pretty clear to me by other people that VK Clark has been working on the sly with Sinead for quite a while. Unbeknownst to me, at the time I asked Sinead to help me take VK Clark down, I didn't know that she was all that sympathetic to VK Clark. I was wondering though. And she proved that she was sympathetic by actually helping VK Clark instead of helping me. Regardless of our history, as far as me and Sinead goes, if you're fighting a Jew world order and you get a chance to make a dent in it, you gotta put down your little family squabbles when you go after it. But that's assuming both people are really fighting the Jew world order. Now, in relationship to that, Sinead on the 1st of April put out an article, an extremely long ranting article, attack against men nonstop, and traitor women. This immediately reminded me of the kind of things V.K. Clark used to do. In fact, it reminded me so much I had to wonder if either Sinead had studied what V.K. Clark had done and was impressed and is copying it, or V.K. Clark or is tutoring her. It's hard to say, and I'm going to let you guys see what I'm talking about. First, let's bring up V.K. Clark. This is an article I got from 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years ago. Now I don't know that this was written by V.K. Clark, but this is the type of thing she was doing. It was posted on her site. It was linked to a different website, so it's the style of V.K. Clark. I'm assuming it is V.K. Clark. Since she no longer has a website, I can't get any of her other articles, but this I had actually transposed onto my site, and I still have it. So we're going to go to desktop. Warning, white women declared #1 enemy by WN Men and MGTOW. So what we're going to see here, so you see Daily Stormer. She's got quotes of white guys defaming women. Let's just scroll down and look. Feminists are like a wicked kind of old yeller. It's about time we get on with these things. Your worst enemy is not Jews, white man, but your own females. Folks, we're watching Divide and Conquer. I noted at the time with V.K. Clark, because I was going after her at the time, she had become fixated on this type of behavior. I now know that this was an assignment of hers. For whatever reason, her WN revisionist historical advocacy was falling apart, and she had gravitated to this time-wasting efforts to defame as many white nationalist men as she could. It was an act of counter-feminism. It was a cultural Marxist endeavor disguised as telling the truth, outing cyberbullies, whatever you want to call it. Mayor of Midtown is V.K. Clark. Actually, she adopted that name apparently from this guy. That's apparently an adversary. Just on and on. Um, you can stop the video and read some of this stuff, but it's an unbelievably long rant. Um, it's a pretty long rant anyway. Uh, it's got 4,000 views. I've had it up for 2 years. Nothing but defamation of white nationalist men. Now, recall this same period, Rodney Martin apparently got that same assignment and put up his site Anon blog and has done nothing but nonstop attack fairly legitimate white nationalist men as well as illegitimate, deserving of trash talking. This is all he does. Now, we have exposed that Rodney Martin is of dubious origins himself, a person who belittles people who race mix, has apparently got an Indian wife, that sort of thing. I have reason to believe both V.K. Clark and Rodney Martin are intelligence. Rodney Martin actually, with Sinead, helped V.K. Clark during my altercation with her about 2 months ago. But now let's go to what Sinead posted 2 months ago, and I just noticed yesterday and put up on my site. The enemies of white women and children, wall of shame. Folks, this is almost as if V.K. Clark could have done this whole thing. She really trashes Tara McCarthy. Apparently, Tara McCarthy is part Jewish. I don't like Tara McCarthy either. But this is a nonstop rant. If anybody complains about me, just go to Sinead's wall and look this article up. I only have 2/3 of the article. She hates Lana Logtoff and spent a good bit of time defaming her. She goes after deplorable princess there. All kinds of men. All kinds of women that don't fit her view of what a proper WN woman is supposed to be. Now, her idea of a proper WN woman is almost a matriarchal society where the WN female basically rules the roost and keeps the men in line. Now, she won't say that, but look at the way she behaves. These articles, what are they supposed to do? Meant to school the people listening to her what is inappropriate behavior. It's her job to set the world straight and get everybody to live within this WN religion world viewpoint that only Sinead has exactly. This goes on for a very long time. These are over and over posts on Tara McCarthy. This is connoting an obsessed woman about this topic. This has nothing with taking out the Jew, folks. This is a distraction. When done to this extent, this is a distraction because she talks very little about the Jew here. She attacks wife with a purpose. Now, many of these people are compromised, but she's attacking them for their horrible views on the male-female relationship, basically. She's obsessed with that topic. Kevin McGinnis, I mean, you know, she's got plenty of ammo because, as I've told you, I mean, apparently somebody advising WNs also has a porn site. So, you know, we've seen with rumors about Avalian, about her camera porn, which we can't prove conclusively, but we've had enough people allude to it, we can be pretty sure it has existed. Now, she's making videos that tell men what they should be for a woman. This is Jew, folks. You have a Jewish girl, probably part Jew, girl that cam whores, maybe not now, but has, and now is representing a WN woman that tells men what they need to be to make a woman happy. It's not anymore in a patriarchy what a woman needs to do to make a man happy so he can do his business. It's now, how do you keep a woman happy? What kind of man do you have to be to make this woman happy? It's Jew. It's matriarchal. Everything's from a Jewish woman's perspective. This is Jew trickery wading into our movement. Again, in the last video, I said, Evalian just admitted she's colluding with Richard Spencer and who knows who else to tailor their message. And they're changing their message. She won't admit she has a handler, but to say she's colluding with Richard Spencer and we have no outward sign other than this silent testimony in a private Twitter account that she's colluding with Richard Spencer. She's not interacting with the alt-right that I see, unless it's on Twitter, but she's not hanging out at alt-right events. So there's a under-the-table collusion to tailor the message. Let's undermine the Holodomor, the biggest neck, the biggest chain around a Jew's neck, undermining the Holocaust narrative with racialists, is the event called the Holodomor. Why don't you ever talk about the Holodomor and admit what you did? Now Evalian and Richard Spencer are advocating the Jewish position on the Holodomor. But Sinead doesn't really care about any of that. She doesn't like Evalian simply because she's a woman that challenges Sinead's status in the white racial club. Now, Evalian's a total fake. She pretends to be a white nationalist, but she's really part Jewish. So what she's doing is she's telling white nationalist men what they want to hear so then she can then herd them. Now, the fact that she's come out for Stalin and all this stuff, these WN men are totally oblivious to. We're talking about El Stupido men. She's in charge of herding El Stupido men. Now, Evalian's not stupid. I realize that in my tweet. She's very good at attacking you when she realizes she has to drop the sweetsy, nicey, I'm an airhead female persona that she uses to co-opt the goy with. I mean, goddamn, folks. This was just too much. Like I said that Sinead and VK Clark are colluding behind the curtain. This is important because VK Clark outwardly stands for everything Sinead does not. VK Clark links trannies on when she has a webpage. VK Clark's hero is Milo. VK Clark likes gay men and posts and links them on her site. Sinead stands for everything against that. VK Clark is in an interracial relationship with a black man, and she's Jewish, unbeknownst to the goy, and she's been misdirecting people about who she really is. None of this matters to Sinead when she deals with VK Clark behind the curtain. Just more to prove how fucked up your movement is going. I don't do it just to bring you down. I do it to wake you up. And if you want to be woken up, and I don't think you do. So back I am. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later.